I chose to study an area where both informal economies and informal housings collide and retrospectively influence one another. This influx is most visible along the elevated 7 train line that bisects Corona and North Corona in Queens. For this proposal, the site is not as important as the system I am trying to discover, but in order to implement a design strategy, having a targeted area of interest is helpful. Zoning blocks are consistent throughout Jackson Heights and Corona, with most areas falling into the R5 and R6B districts, which both encompass low-rise apartment buildings under 40 feet. Here we see apartment buildings that have had a past citation for illegal basement occupancy. When this happens, spaces are cleared out and dwellers are displaced. In addition, homeowners lose the additional income they were generating from the spaces. I am not opposed to this process since these inspections are for the safety of the occupants, but the spaces exist as a necessity for survival. I am proposing to create a system that can produce more livable, affordable spaces without the creation of a new structure, to strategically renovate and utilize existing conditions within the urban fabric that are less desirable for developers to intervene, but are desirable enough for homeowners and renters. In this site, I am proposing a minimal invasive strategy that extends roofs to create more occupiable space. I would like to create a self-built strategy for homeowners to follow in order to make this extension more feasible. An organization known as Habitat for Humanity already helps fund certain renovation projects if an affordable unit is created. There is an abundance of unused space above several properties in Queens. Air rights could be sold for the creation of new affordable spaces. Units could be pre-designed in order to retrofit respectively onto site-specific conditions. If a proper incentive is given to the homeowners for this strategy and policy allows for a counterleaving structure, it could potentially solve some of the housing crisis in Queens. Illegal basement units are at the core of real affordable spaces throughout Queens. It is impossible to legalize these spaces due to their unfitting nature. Any occupiable space must have proper egress, adequate natural lighting, proper ventilation, and must be at least halfway above ground level. I would like to propose a strategy that solves these conditions, but it will also require a change in building policy since there is no way to solve the ground level issue. These strategies revolve around a systematic issue that is yet to be solved. I plan on further investigating policy, culture, and architecture in order to synthesize a strategy that does not disrupt or displace individuals, but also creates more additional spaces.